Hello and welcome to What I Read, the series of short reviews where I talk about the books that I read this week, and we're talking about the final issue of Cruel Kingdom, issue number 4. Usually I split these up, but my thoughts on these are actually pretty short today, so I'm going to try and get through all of them if I can in this video. All the lettering for this book was done by Richard Starkings and Comic Craft's Tyler Smith. The cover art here is done by Adam Polina. And our first story is Headmistress, written by Greg Pak, with art by PJ Holden and John McCrea, coloring by Michelle Madsen. This is a story of a young woman who leaves her younger brother in order to become stronger and train under a ruthless monster killer so that she can protect her brother. But the monster killer, the Headmistress, is as much of a monster as some of the monsters she is murdering. She doesn't believe in working together. She believes in individual strength. And her final test is to have this young woman murder her younger brother, the person she's been doing all this for. And when she can't do that, her younger brother, who felt abandoned by his older sister, well, he does what she couldn't. Now, reading into it, we can see metaphors of, inhumanity in the search for strength. But ultimately, its final twist comes so quickly that it's really hard to for it to feel like anything other than a twist for twist's sake. So I'm going to give this a B. The next story is What You Wish For, written by Jason Holton, art by Caitlin Yarsky, colors by Francesco Segala. And this is a retelling of Cinderella, straight out, and it is unabashedly so. The key difference here, though, is that Cinderella wants revenge. She wants, for her, more than she wants to have a night out with the prince, she wants for her family to suffer for how badly they've treated her. And her fairy godmother, who looks like if Maleficent was a fairy godmother, grants her this wish. Now, here the twist is well telegraphed in advance, so it feels inevitable, like often happens in good horror writing. So I'm going to give this an A. The final story is Ye Shall Be Healed by Ben H. Winters, and art by Brian Level, and colors by Lee Lowridge. And it's probably the strongest story of the bunch, telling a story of a young man who is injured and taken to a doctor to heal, but is instead tortured and experimented on, making him incredibly strong, but also making him a target for fearful villagers. But this allows him to take revenge on those who have harmed him in the past. This one gets an A.